Popcorn World. Popcorn World. Yeah. Can I make you groove now? Yes, I can. So you can get this groove in the back of a can. I can make it round the world and it holds in your hand. Popcorn World. 250 flavors gonna make you smile. 250 flavors gonna make you smile. 250 flavors gonna make you smile. I said popcorn make you smile. Ah. Popcorn World. Popcorn World. Popcorn World. Popcorn World. The Popcorn World.
You're now listening to the Brothers of the Five. At shooting guard, it's your boy, Killer Cam. At small forward, it's Reggie Love. At point guard, C Major. At power forward, I'll be. And at center, Mr. Noise, Lloyd Spence. And now, the Brothers of the Five.
Add one more plus me and
Man, seems like forever. We've been gone for a minute, but we are back tonight, and we got a lot to say. Yo, what's going on, people? It's the Five. It's your man C Major. It's your man Reggie Love, and of course, that block down there is my compadre, El Leco Show. In the building. What's going on? How y'all feeling?
Good, man.
This show is a happy day, ain't it? It's just a beautiful day. The sun is shining different.
Chad, before this show starts, I'm gonna tell you one wise word.
What happened?
2 wise words. 3, 4 wise words. Don't take the bait.
What bait? There's no bait.
You're gonna throw that worm out there, Chad. I'm telling you.
There's no bait.
Chad, they gonna throw that worm out there. It's gonna be one of them fat, juicy worms.
Chad,
don't take it, Chad.
Chad, there's no bait.
Chad,
there's no bait.
Man.
We're just happy.
Hey,
It's like being in kindergarten in that little circle, and the teacher come in and say, "If you're happy, clap your hands."
Chad, don't do it, Chad. I'm telling you.
18, clap your hands.
Hey, I don't eat sway. I eat the real catfish.
Oh, so he speaks. He's alive.
Yeah, of course.
We just saying we're in a good place. That's all we say.
Of course.
We
Man.
got
Can't wait till football season, man.
Oh my God. Reggie, he did the exact opposite of what you said.
I told you, Chad, don't take
the exact opposite of what you said.
Chad, if you want to take it, text me, Chad.
What up, y'all? We missed you, brother. All right.
What's up?
Listen. All right. Let's just jump right into it, shall we? What a playoffs, man. This has been, wild. I mean, just wild. Very unexpected. Upset after upset after upset after upset. Just when you thought you could go back into the water, some teams was like, nah, that ain't happening. And folks was getting knocked off left and right. And just to remind everybody where we are in these playoffs, or where we've been, I'll say it that way. First round, we had the Nuggets dominating to the surprise of no one. They dominated the Timberwolves. I'm not sure the Timberwolves really should have been there. If the kid that got hurt for Oklahoma City, Chet Holmgren, if he's healthy, I don't think Minnesota wins that game. I mean, not Minnesota. Yeah, Minnesota. I don't think they beat Oklahoma City. Yeah, I think Oklahoma City is a better team. They just ran to a juggernaut. But anyway, the Suns dominate. Who was the favorite, by the way? The Suns, who were a lot of people's favorite, dominated.
They were favored to win it all.
Favorite to win it all.
Yeah.
Going to dominate the entire playoffs after only playing 10 games together. Going to dominate the entire playoffs. They did dominate a injured Clippers team. No Kawhi, no Paul George. And if you don't have Kawhi and Paul George and you're just stuck with a Russell Westbrook, then you probably have no chance. So they got them in the first round. Very good series in the first round between Golden State and Sacramento. Came down to a game 7. Golden State gets that one. And, of course, if you ever see LeBron in the forest with a fight against the bear, help the bear. Lakers dominate. Not dominate. That sounds insulting, doesn't it? They beat the Memphis Grizzlies on the west side of the bracket. Then the conference semifinals, we just had those. I would say an interesting conference semifinals on both sides. And then we can get into what that was here in just a second. Maybe I should do the first round of the East and then come back to the conference. Should we do it that way? Because then we probably gonna have a lot to talk about in both of them. In the West, Giannis out 3 games. Miami does what Miami does. Miami is the scrappiest team left in the playoffs by far. It's not even close. And so they beat the Bucks 4-1. The Knicks, everybody was talking about Cleveland. Knicks should be a great series. It was not. Cleveland clearly did not understand the assignment. Gentlemen sweep, Knicks 4-1. 76ers, no Kevin Durant, no Kyrie, no James Harden, no Ben Simmons, no chance. 4-0 over against the 76ers. And, of course, Boston beat Atlanta 4-2. So now let's stay in the East and talk about these conference finals, semifinals we just watched. 4-2 Knicks get beat by the Heat. Your thoughts, gentlemen? We were supposed to start in the West. We start in the East. There you go.
Well, to be honest with you, on that Miami, New York, that was kind of a toss-up because, to be honest, neither one of those teams was supposed to be there.
Right.
By ranking-wise.
Right.
I'm not going to say they're not supposed to be there. By play-wise, of course, in the beginning of the season, we were expecting more out of Miami. And maybe this is the team that we were expecting in the beginning of the year, and they showed up at the end of the year.
Yeah.
And, of course, doing any tournament, any playoff series, usually if a team gets hot, they can just roll. And I think that's what's happening with Miami. They just got what? I'm sorry.
I said we lost both of them. Just that fast.
Yeah.
Right.
So I just feel like you're talking about Miami right now. I just feel like they caught that lightning, they caught that rhythm, and they're just playing well together.
I want to ask this question because I think it bears asking and it's not being asked enough. Are we as an NBA community just disrespecting Jimmy Butler and who he is? Like, do we not truly get that he is one of the top 15, maybe even top 10 players in the league?
Well, have we? I don't know if we're disrespecting Jimmy. We more looked at the overall team.
Okay, but Jimmy is putting the team on his back.
I think it's just think that Miami is just a better fit for him as far as where he other places he's been. They let him be him.
I think that's where the problem lies. I think Jimmy Butler is that dude. Listen. Here are the people that we're gonna probably put in the top 10 most years.
Right.
It's gonna be Giannis. It's gonna be Embiid. It's gonna be Jokic. It's gonna be LeBron. It's gonna be probably Tatum. It's probably gonna be Steph. It's probably gonna be John Morant, I guess, maybe. That remains to be seen. Who am I leaving out?
Yeah, and here's the thing, though, and I think I know I've said this before, and there's a crop of young rising stars are coming, and I think we never really seen Jimmy like Jimmy right now. We've seen Jimmy, But this Jimmy right here is crazy, Jimmy. Like,
but didn't this Jimmy lead them in the bubble to the same way? Like, didn't he dominate in the bubble?
yeah, but you see,
and they dominated last year.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. You're 100% correct. But when they're in the bubble, you wasn't getting this attention. This everything is, you got the crowd. You got, it's different. You got the social media. This is all eyes has been on Jimmy. Like the stands won full with Jimmy. Like Jimmy. So we're not seeing Jimmy as a social aspect like we're seeing Jimmy right now. Because not saying Jimmy didn't play like Jimmy. I'm saying the way the game is seen today compared to when it was seen in the bubble. You can say, okay, well, everybody was at home and we had to watch it. Nah, if you think about it, there was players that didn't play. It was a lot of controversy going on in the bubble. So now this thing is wide open. Everybody's eyes is on the NBA playoffs. The numbers are up. Everything is back like the past. So now we're really seeing Jimmy, not seeing Jimmy like the numbers, but the world is seeing Jimmy like Jimmy's playing right now.
Cam couldn't have reacted more if he tried.
I know it. It's just Cam. Me and Cam don't agree on nothing but the coach. Let's be honest. Let's get this started.
Yeah,
We agree that we got a good quarterback.
Yeah, I agree on that. I said, but the coach.
Right. I do agree on that.
I said, but the coach. Go ahead, Cam.
Okay, tell us why you. And by the way, I don't know if I agree with that either, Reggie. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Okay.
But go ahead, Cam.
But that's why God made us all different, right?
That's why he made us different. That's why.
Yeah, that's why he made you a Spurs fan. That's right.
Amen. And that's why he made you a Lakers fan.
Don't do it. We'll save that for later in the show. Go ahead, Cam.
Hey, I can't wait when they go down 4-2. Oh, my bad. I called that, didn't I? Oh, did I just call it early? I just called it early.
And
my bad, Chad.
Reggie,
I'm gonna quote what Reggie Love said.
You took the bait, Reggie.
Reggie, in the first quarter, if we losing 4-2, that's fine. We'll come back and win that game. I'm not worried about that. Okay,
Yeah.
You go past.
Go ahead, y'all.
Say, man, listen.
Go ahead.
Jimmy is doing some things though. I can't say that it's different. Jimmy let them in the bubble though. Like seriously, like he was uprooting people there. But we don't get nobody give credit for the bubble, so you can knock it out. But he is what he's doing right now. I think they need to reseat and see who the top players are in the playoffs. Because some of these people.
Can I rephrase? Did I say he was doing anything? I said the attention he's getting now is different from what it is in the bubble. Social media, the media, everything. The stands are full, and everybody's witnessed how great this guy is. That's why it seems so much spectacular than what it was now than in the bubble.
Okay, go ahead. Finish, Cam.
Go ahead. No,
listen. It's here and there.
Right.
The problem is how is Jimmy gonna play the rest of the way? Because this is like Jimmy all year, every year.
Mm-hmm.
He have his moments, and then in the big moments, you think he's playing for the Spurs at some point. You know what I mean? He started kind of declining a little bit. You know what I mean? So, I'm excited. Hey, listen, do your thing, Jimmy. I'm excited for it. I want you to win. I want you to go to the NBA Finals.
Yeah, I mean, after all the teams he's been on, man, I just feel like the fit with Miami is what he needed, because they've been to 3 conference finals with Jimmy. So I think that barring the other teams, I think just Miami coaching and the fit and everything is what he needed.
Is it good enough though, Chad?
I'm gonna tell you the truth. I appreciate all y'all saying here, but if we going back to the bubble, as if Jimmy ain't been to the conference finals the last 3 years.
That's what I'm saying.
Jimmy Butler is Jimmy Butler. He is for real. He's the only constant, other than maybe Jason Tatum, in the Eastern Conference that you can say, one thing we know, Miami going to be in the mix. They're going to minimum. I don't know why we still betting against Miami in the first round. I don't know why anybody's betting against Miami in the first round. They're going to win the first round. Probably going to win the second round, whoever that is. Now, it gets tricky in that conference final for him. But listen, I'm going to give Jimmy the respect I think he deserves, man. The dude is probably the most, I won't say the most, but he's one of the most clutch players in playoff basketball that I've ever seen. Like he understands. He understands the moments. He doesn't try to do too much. He knows what he's capable of doing. And here's the other thing. His guys play for him.
Yeah, he's getting help. He's getting help.
So,
definitely.
Yeah, man, they believe in him. So I just got to give him his love, man. I think Jimmy Butler, and I would not be shocked if they pulled off the upset this year because they were only a 3-pointer away from it last year.
Yeah. I tell you, if we're going to talk about Boston, and if we're going to move on to this,
we're going to Boston right now. Let's go on to Boston right now.
I've seen a kid grow up yesterday. I saw a kid grow up right in our eyes yesterday.
Off one game?
I'm not saying. I'm just saying because the knock on Tatum yesterday was between the fourth quarter and yesterday. I've never seen Tatum play like that. Not in the play. He didn't do that against. Did y'all see him do that last year in one game?
I didn't, but I'm gonna just throw something out at you, Reggie, because you're right in that I've never seen him play like that. Obviously, nobody in the history of basketball has ever seen anybody play like that, according to numbers, right? But I'm gonna say this too. Kendrick Perkins today. Shout out to Kendrick Perkins. He used the Q word against 76ers. I ain't 100% sure he was wrong. Joel Embiid scoring 9.
Mm-hmm.
We don't put that on Tatum. We put that on Doc.
No, well, we're going to get to that in a minute. We're going to get to that in a minute. Because I do.
What you say, Cam?
Listen. We're going to get to that.
Hold on. What you just say on that one, Cam? You disagree with me on that one?
No. We can't go there yet. We got a whole segment for that, Reggie. What I'm saying is, I don't know if I'm ready to crown Jason yet. But I will say what he did yesterday was damn impressive. Like he was in a zone. He was in a zone. I don't know if
I'm not saying he's that dude. Maturity. I'm not saying he was that, like he's the next. I just said we seen him mature right in front of our eyes yesterday. That was the exact word that I said.
And I'm rebutting that saying I think we've seen him have a good game. I think he had a really, really good game. Because like I'm gonna tell you who I thought matured. I thought if we go in there, I'm getting ahead of myself too. But
but it's your show. You can do that.
No. I can't. I got to follow the rules too. But the guy over in the West that we're gonna talk about in a minute, that's who I thought grew up. And if they could give him some help, we'd be having a whole different conversation. But with Jason, bro, you sleptwalked through the first 4 games, and then you came alive in the last 2, which is fine. Listen. As long as you come alive, I guess it's all that matters.
Okay, and I'm not disagreeing with you that there was a lot of pressure and talk on that kid. That's what I'm saying. There was a lot of social media pressure on him. There was a lot of analysts that was talking about him, and he stepped up. He did not let that bother him. That's what I'm saying. Growth doesn't mean growth on the court necessarily all the time. Growth can be on the court and mental maturity because 90% of the game of basketball is right up here.
I agree, but I'm not ready to give him complete growth. Like,
did I just give him? What did I just say? Because I
understand what you're saying, Reggie.
It's coming in hot today.
Sometimes I feel that Lloyd wants to say, I think this is what Reggie is saying, but
I'm not doing that.
Reggie, I feel you.
What Cam was doing,
Reggie, that's not what I'm doing. I am saying I liked his game yesterday. What I'd like to see for me, Lloyd, to call it growth.
Lloyd wants to see him do that in the NBA Finals last year.
I want to see him do it this year in the conference finals, consistency, and then take it to the conference finals. If they make it to the NBA final, I like to see him do it there. But hopefully, you're right. He's turned a corner, and we won't ever see bad Jason.
I said he matured. I think he took a step because when they were on him last year, he didn't show up. He just didn't. I think it affected him mentally last year with the playoff. This year, you saw him take the criticism and take the game another level. To me, that's a step in the right direction.
He tried to prove a point.
In a couple of games. In a couple of games, he did.
Yeah, he tried to prove a point.
Maturing, because he was taking a lot of heat. He was taking
no question. Yeah. And now that heat is being given to the 76ers,
and he
did they choke? Did they choke?
Yeah. I think they did choke. I think Harden choked. I think Doc definitely choked with some of his decisions. I think Doc is just. We've been saying it time and time again. I just don't think Doc is that dude. So I think the 76ers as a whole, they're going to blow it up. I think they have to. I don't think Harden's going to be there next year. I think Doc is not going to be there next year. I think they have to. They have to make some adjustments. Somebody's not going to be there next year.
That was a game away. That was a game away from the Eastern Conference Finals. Why do they have to make some adjustments?
Because I don't think the reports are coming out that Harden and Doc are not seeing eye to eye. So somebody's gonna go. So you gotta have somebody go at this point. Because if Harden's not gonna play for Doc, what you gonna do?
No, he shouldn't be seeing eye to eye with Joel Embiid, who the MVP, who don't show up. That's who he shouldn't be seeing eye to eye with.
They shouldn't be seeing eye to each other because neither one of them showed up yesterday.
Well, I don't know
how much that was on Embiid's fault because when you catch the doubles and triples.
But and I don't know how really healthy Embiid was because he was injured for a time. So
we are not going to give Embiid a pass on this show.
No, the reason why I say Doc is because I look at the game the way the game was played. If you look at it, Embiid was catching the double on the top at the top.
He was catching high.
At high. Yeah. When you're a big man of his size, and like we discussed before, Lord, there should have been screens to get him the ball on the post. If you double on the post, it's going to be much harder on the defense. That means it opens up your shooters completely. And it's hard for them to do the scramble drill when he's getting the ball low. To me, Doc didn't figure that part of the game out. I think Embiid, can you name me one time or two times Embiid caught the ball low? No, you can't. No, and you seeing if you double when he's on the block, shooters are open all day. Weak side is open. The scramble drill is so hard. But it also, if you catch it low enough, you can't even get the double team if he makes a quick move, in which he's available to do. So that's why I feel that Doc failed in that aspect with getting Embiid the ball in the right position.
I know we're going to get into the coaching conversation in a little bit, but I do want to stay here for just a second because, Reggie, I couldn't agree with you more, and I'll even take it a step further. Who are the 76ers' two best players?
Harden and Embiid.
Okay, so why aren't they running the plays for Harden and Embiid? Why isn't there two? Why do you need James? Why do you need Embiid to shoot threes? If I got James Harden, who historically is supposed to be one of the greatest three-point shooters of all time, why do I need Embiid at the top of the key?
Right.
You don't.
The only time I need him at the top of the key is when Embiid comes out, and then I got screening rolls to free Harden up to dive toward the basket to attack. But I don't need, or I need him coming to the top to set the screen so Harden can attack. But even in that, it's a screen and it's a pick and roll, and I got options. I can dump it off to him low still.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I don't understand why the game, if you have these two players, why the game is that complicated for the 76ers. That's the part I'm struggling with.
And it goes back to what I said. I gave Darvin Ham the credit with LeBron. I said when they was making that switch, and LeBron went straight to the post, and they was getting LeBron in those spots on the post. Even when LeBron was on the break, he would back down because he had a smaller player on him. And if they double teamed, the Lakers got wide open 3-point shots on Golden State when they took them. Pretty much they killed. And you see, that's the thing that I got to give Darvin Ham the credit that I can't give Doc the credit for.
And I'll go to the other side of the ball in that game as well. And again, this kind of falls back on Doc. If you see that they're putting Embiid in switch pick and rolls, why don't you drop him out?
Right.
Drop him out. He can't. Embiid is never going to be able to guard Jaylen Brown. He's never going to be able to guard Jason Tatum. So why do you have him on an island by himself? The whole reason you brought PJ Tucker in was to make that adjustment.
Right.
And they kept putting him in that pick and roll. And here's Embiid yesterday, just on an island, tired as all get out. and he's trying on that bad knee, trying to make horizontal moves, and he can't do it. And Jason Tatum is just getting all the space he wants to shoot threes, and Jaylen Brown is getting to where. I mean, it was. Man, I hate to do this to Doc, man, but God, dog, that was.
He doesn't know how to use his talent. Time and time again, he's had.
It makes sense for a guy who's been to the NBA Finals with maybe arguably the most talented Celtics team ever. Like, I don't make sense. It makes no sense. I don't know. It's weird to me. But anyway, we're gonna get back to the coaching here in a minute, Chad. But Chad, we'll start with you. Let's just go and get it out of the way. I was gonna say, but let's just go and get it out of the way. I thought it was a great series. I did know, real talk. This is the journalist, not the fan. I thought it was a great series. And I thought both coaches, to me, that was probably the best coach series that we've seen in the second round. Because both coaches made their adjustments. They made their, they saw the game. The way it was being played out, and they were making adjustments, and even the in-game adjustments of Lakers Warriors was fantastic. I think what Game 6 came down to was they didn't make the shots, and the Lakers decided we're gonna put Curry in this pick and roll all night long, and if they can switch out and make the adjustments and still hit threes, so be it. But we don't think they can. And they just were able to last a little bit longer.
Yeah,
so,
I think that the biggest thing for you guys is y'all had consistency from Anthony Davis. Because all a while, people were like, is he going to be consistent? He going to have one good game, one bad game, one good game, one bad game. His ability to be consistent and be dominant, I mean, that definitely was something that we couldn't overcome because we didn't have the size to be able to compete with him. So I feel like, and also LeBron has a coach that he actually trusts. He has an actual coach that he trusts and be able to, have those guys in that trade, man, that trade in between the season, man, that definitely had your role players, be able to have a good fit. So, I mean, it was a good series for you.
Win 6-on-4.
Yeah, definitely.
Shout out to Jordan Poole for making it easy on me.
Yeah. He definitely gets the robbery of the year. Well, also,
don't take that bait, Chad. Like you told me, don't take it. No, I'm just joking.
Clay didn't have his most consistent games either. So I mean,
it's time for Clay to go.
Hats off to you guys. Hats off to you guys.
Let's stay there for a second. You said what now?
It's time for Clay to go.
I'm listening. You can't just stop there. What? Hold on.
It's time for Clay to go to LA to come home.
To the full screen.
It's time for Clay to come home to LA. That's my bad.
Oh, I see what you're doing.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
Your daddy a Laker, so you a Laker.
Nah, they gonna finish the train.
Yeah. So
well, okay, let's stay there. Is the dynasty over?
I think
no.
I mean, they made a run.
The dynasty is not over.
It is over. I think it is over. I hold on. Let me go back to the series because let me go back to the series first. I'm gonna go back to that. Okay. But I've been watching this as this series as a fan, and I told Lord and I gotta give Darvin Ham some credit because at the end of the day, he didn't make adjustments on offense. He made most of his adjustments on defense.
Absolutely.
He stood his ways on. We're gonna pound them inside because they're a smaller team, and if the double happens, they're gonna be wide open shooters, and our guys can knock open. He had guys around that can knock open the wide open threes, in which he did it all. It was great. So to me, it probably would have been a 4-1 series if Golden State didn't make some of the shots they made in a couple of those games. Let's be honest, because Golden State had nothing for them on the inside. And remember I told you this. Remember I said this, Lord. I said if Sacramento would have had anything on the inside,
right,
they would have beat Golden State. I'm sorry, Chad, but y'all were, for some reason, Poole wasn't playing well. You didn't get a consistent. What's my guy that had mental issues? Wiggins was going through things. And it wasn't the same Golden State team. Let's be honest. And then on the inside, y'all was hurting. I agree with Charles. Charles said Looney can't move his feet. He can't. He's a great rebounder, but on the defensive side, he's not. You know how it is. You got to be able to move your feet on the block.
I've always said that we need an athletic big, and we don't.
Well, okay, but here's the thing, though, Chad.
You got one. You got Kaminga, don't you?
Well,
there's another one. I said, go ahead and preach on that one.
I'll wait till it's my turn. My bad.
No, I was just gonna say this real quick, then you jump in. To be fair, Golden State thought they had solved those problems in Wiseman and Kuminga coming into this year, and Moody taking a step, and I think Moody did take some steps.
I agree.
The rotation, and Poole was supposed to take some steps, so they thought they had solved a lot of those bench issues. And if Wiseman would have matured to the place where everybody thought that he would, we wouldn't be having this conversation. Mm-hmm. But it never happened. So go ahead. Go ahead, Cam.
First of all, I want to give my condolences to the Golden State Warriors and to Chad. I've been calling Chad. He didn't answer the phone. And so I didn't know if I should just pop up. Look at it. I don't care. Look at it.
Man, no missed call.
You blocked me already. Of course you don't.
Never.
Yeah. Never. So here's the thing. First of all, I'm not giving the ownership. I am not letting them off the hook because they have their draft or whatever with Wiseman and Kuminga. They put Poole over there, and we talked about this, and Chad was like, I don't know. That's our bitch. We looking pretty good. As soon as the KD stuff started rumbling, I would have traded all of that in draft picks to get KD back over there. Straight up. I'd have gave up all those players to give KD. And let me tell you something. None of those players helped you in the playoff series, ever. This whole year. None of them did. You would have got KD for nothing.
We had this conversation, and I agree with you. I said we should have got KD.
You would have had KD for nothing. So I'm not letting nobody. Myers, I ain't letting nobody off the hook.
Okay, but wouldn't Golden State...
Hey, Chad, don't take that bait, man. I keep telling you, don't take the bait.
Hey, man.
All right. No, hold on, my bad, Chad.
Would KD have helped them? That's an interesting point. Would KD have helped them?
Yes.
Wouldn't they have had the same problem the Suns had?
I don't think so. Because the Suns don't have Steph Curry. They don't have Klay Thompson.
They don't have those people.
Yeah, it would have been a lot more open shots.
Yeah. But anyway, look, it was a good series or whatever. I like to see LA come and smack them in their mouth, and then Steve Kerr make adjustments, and they did the same thing right back. And then we had to make adjustments. I mean, y'all basically made Vanderbilt get off the court.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
it's not needed that. He's a great defender. Yeah.
And then I like the. I like the back. If I like the battle, I mean, that should have been the West Conference Finals. That was must-see basketball. The ratings were out the roof, right? Steph and LeBron. Yeah. So all these people that want to say that Steph is on the same planet with LeBron, dumb. And I think that kind of shut those haters up. Reggie, don't say nothing. This is my time. That kind of shut those haters.
That's Lloyd. Why you looking Lloyd?
I didn't say nothing.
And listen, the best thing in the world is that LeBron ain't got to play all these minutes. He ain't got to guard the best player on the team. He gets to kind of cruise. AD get to take the ship. And then, listen, I don't think there's nobody in the NBA, and I'm not being biased, I don't think nobody can match up with our bench. Like, we got too much firepower coming off the bench. I mean, that could be – and when I say that, let me say not the bench, but the people outside of our superstars. I mean, you got a Schroeder, you got a D'Angelo Russell you can throw at you. You got Lonnie Walker. Appreciate that, Reggie. Appreciate that Lonnie Walker thing. You got Hachimura you can throw at him.
Hold up. Did I not tell you? Hold up.
You did, Reggie.
I should have been the GM of the Lakers. Because everything that's happening now, I told both of you. Am I right? Tell me I'm wrong.
Yes.
I called the NBA. I told them y'all make a mistake. Give an executive year to the Sacramento Kings. It should go to Robert Lincoln, Reggie Love.
I told y'all to get hit the beat button. I told y'all to get rid of all them old ass dinosaurs y'all had and get younger and get some younger players around LeBron and AD. And y'all
right.
Yeah. Thank you. Okay.
Reggie, are we good?
Yeah. But now here's the question, because we still ain't answered it. Is the dynasty over?
No, it's not.
Yes, I think it is.
I'm going to say
Not.
this. This is for me. This is my personal opinion. You can scratch that entire team and keep Clay, Draymond, and Steph, and I feel like you can build around them until they're done.
I feel like we would need to, like Cam said, probably exit these young players. We thought the young player was going to grow. I think we need to get some more veteran presence, and I think we'll be back.
You got Andre.
No.
Andre, that's street clothes, man.
Hold
That's
on,
street
hold
clothes,
on.
man.
Wait. I thought AD was street clothes.
No,
He played.
okay.
Andre Iguodala was street clothes.
See, you're not learning from history. Now, Reggie just said you got to get younger. He just said that. Here you go trying to go get veterans.
It's reverse. It's reverse, man.
I think
so.
it is over. I mean, I think because you have to get somebody some players that's gonna take some of those minutes away from Clay and Draymond.
Yeah.
Because they're at that age now. And just think about it, guys. We're talking about Clay. Clay has had a ACL and the Achilles. One injury will slow you down. You got two injuries. And we can see. I'm sorry.
I was just gonna say I want to throw something at y'all that I thought about earlier today.
And we can see who used to be their main defensive player.
Clay
doesn't have that step on the defense like he used to have in the past. Let's be honest. There's no way Clay was going to hold LeBron.
Yeah, but our love ain't that why they drafted the way they drafted?
I'm not.
It is, but it didn't work out. It is, but it didn't work out. But let me throw this out real quick. What if this is in the alternate universe, Marvel alternate universe? What if the Warriors would have got the players the Lakers got?
We'd be talking about something totally different.
I think we'd be talking about the Warriors in the finals.
Right.
Maybe.
I think so.
Because that's what they're missing. Everything the Lakers have, that's what they're missing.
I don't know if we'd be talking about the Warriors in the playoffs because we would have got Kyrie then. So I don't know.
In the alternate universe. I got you. All right. Well, the final series was the Suns and the Nuggets. And that went exactly how I said it was gonna go.
Yeah.
And for those who don't know, before the playoffs started, I came on here and said there's no shot that they're going to the finals because they got two scorers.
Right.
You can't. I have never seen in the history of NBA where two scorers took you to the finals. Not two. You got to have a bench. They have no bench.
And the old man got hurt again. Street clothes got hurt again.
Well, but even beyond that, even beyond his injury,
right?
He wasn't really producing anything. Like he wasn't giving you anything.
Right.
So there just wasn't enough to push through 7 games.
And let's be honest, that series should have went 4-1. There was one bad quarter that Denver played bad exactly that went into overtime.
Should have been a gentleman's sweep.
It should have been a gentleman's sweep.
The next series will be.
Yeah. You know what? You guys talk about Golden State and Lakers series. This is going to be the must-see series.
Why?
Trust me. I've been telling Lloyd from the beginning.
Why?
But we're gonna get a prediction. We're gonna get a prediction in a second. But I want to stay there for just a second because how much do you blame Monty for this year's that game 6? Because 2 years in a row they lost game 6, 7, whatever you want to call it, on their floor by 30 points. And we just crucified Doc.
I mean, you can blame him. You can blame him, but
Doc still got a job right now.
I mean, you can blame him, but I mean,
hold on, we ain't looked at Sports Center yet. Hold on.
Right.
I'm looking at DeAndre Ayton's side out a little bit too, though. I feel like,
sure.
Yeah. I mean, you definitely put some blame on Monty, but I would put some blame on DeAndre.
Can I throw something else to what you just said, Chad? I don't think DeAndre Ayton grew in his game at all this year.
What?
Not an inch.
Let's be honest. They gave up the house for KD. They gave up the house for KD.
They had nothing to go
to me, and this is my opinion. Y'all might crucify me for saying this. I feel like they had a better squad last year than they had this year.
I don't want to talk about that. I agree.
Yeah. The way Mikal Bridges was playing and Cameron Johnson, yeah, definitely.
Here's your hot take for the night. Y'all ready?
Right.
I think having KD on your team in 2023 is not the same as having KD on your team in 2016. Yeah. It's a different year. He's 35, man.
Coming off of what? And he had Achilles.
Coming off of was it Achilles? And knee injuries, bro. You're not the same. So I'm sorry. Can he still be KD some nights? Absolutely.
Right.
But do you give up the house for him? And to blame, and I'm gonna be honest with you. Now we kind of at that next phase. To blame Monty for this, man, I got a problem with that.
I told you, I thought they was gonna give him one more year.
See, I didn't. I just felt like they were gonna
you said it. The reason why I said one more year, okay, you brought KD over halfway through the year, and then you gave up all your bench plus some future draft picks for this guy,
and plus he got hurt when he got there.
Right. And then you didn't have time to mend the team together. And plus now you got a chance to say, you know what, let me go get some veteran free agents that I can put with this team here. So at least I can have a decent bench that I can go 7-8 deep. You know, do you really blame this on Monday or you blame it on GM because you made this deal? Hell, I don't care who was coaching. They wasn't getting out of that Denver series.
Shout out to Adrian Wojnarowski who gave us the 411, who said, the owner, Matt Ishbia, he was the one that pushed hard. It wasn't James Jones. It was Matt Ishbia, the owner, the brand new owner. He pushed it. He negotiated the Kevin Durant deal. It wasn't James. So he wanted all of it.
He tried to win championship. He tried to sell tickets.
And he did. Michigan Conference, because the place was sold out. With a lot of hope. And they still got hope because they got KD under contract for 4 years. They got Booker under contract for 4 years. So they have hope. What they don't have are draft picks and money.
And a bench.
And they're gonna have to, and they're gonna have to do what you said, though. What you said, Chad. Because if they can't find a trade partner for Aiden, which by the way, why would you?
Right.
Then they're stuck doing what you just said, going to get veterans who are on the backside of their career who can hopefully give them some quality minutes and fill in the blanks. But how far can that really take you?
And what do you do with Chris Paul? That's another question.
Go, man. You gotta
get out of there,
don't you?
How much you paying him? $40 million?
Yeah,
you got to get him out. You can use that $40 million for something totally.
I know that's Cam's favorite player, and I apologize, Cam.
I love everything that's happened to Chris Paul. You know it.
Why do you hate him so?
I don't hate him. You
just don't like him.
Go do insurance. Go do insurance commercials, bro.
Cam don't even have State Farm insurance.
Right.
I got all the state. You know
Oh my goodness.
But that is the question. Couldn't you take that $40 million and get one or two players, good players, to go?
I think you have to
and deepen your bench a little bit. And if you fired the coach, now can you bring in a coach and get something better out of Aiden? Because you knew Aiden and what's his name had issues. So that's another thing. What do you do about that?
Well, who would be the coach? Who would y'all think would be the good coach?
Here's my question.
Names: Nick Nurse and just left Milwaukee.
Budenholzer.
Here's my
But I also heard another rumor today that was even stronger than that, and that kind of blew me away.
Who, Mark Jackson?
I'm hearing some strong rumblings that they're going to go after Ty Lue.
Oh yeah, I heard that. Yeah.
And if I'm Ty, I better get out of there because you ain't gonna never have. They
I was thinking,
in LA.
Bro. I was thinking to myself,
he can win in LA. He can win in LA.
I say they can't stay healthy in LA.
Oh, I was gonna say he can be a coach for us.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
I was thinking to myself, and Self said, "Huh?" I said, if you could get on that next train, midnight train to Phoenix, that might not be a bad. But okay, we say that, but here's the reality. Aren't you just trading an injured Kawhi for an injured KD?
Hey,
I'm just throwing that out there.
But no,
KD might stay on the floor.
KD a little bit more healthier than
KD
Kawhi.
might stay on the floor.
Hey, Reggie, go back and look at the numbers. Not by much. It ain't a wide margin.
Yeah. Keep y'all mouth off AD because he ain't the one.
Because think about this.
You better leave your player alone.
Yeah, leave my player alone, man.
I'm just saying, KD and Kyrie, Kawhi have about the same amount of games played over the last 4 years.
Yeah.
It ain't great for either one. So I don't know. Now, the upside is you get Booker in Phoenix.
Yeah.
Now, that's the upside. So do you stay with Booker or you stay with Paul George?
And
That's really what it all comes down
you
to.
never know. He may be the coach that can get Aiden to go because Aiden has skills. He could be an 18-10 kid for you.
He could. If he got to stop with the attitude though. Like
I know.
Yeah. Well, him and Monty had some friction, so maybe a fresh coach would be better.
Well, here's my thing on this whole thing. I was talking to my sports group this morning about this.
Mhm.
Don't KD have LeBron type status? Like LeBron is going to have a say so if you're letting the coach go or you're going to keep the coach. So you fired Monty Williams and KD was okay with it?
You talking about KD?
Ooh.
Let that soak.
I'm not saying. All I'm saying is
he had influence in Brooklyn.
Sign off on this.
He had influence in Brooklyn, didn't he?
Does KD believe in coaches? Because he's had a problem with every coach he's had.
He didn't have one with Steve Kerr.
Yeah, he did.
What?
He had a problem with Steve.
They need to make Draymond stop. What?
Right. So
Yeah.
right. Why you make Draymond call? Why you let Draymond call me out my name? I mean,
I'm just saying. You know what I mean? Like, you feel me though? Like,
yeah.
Didn't this have to go through KD too though?
It did. And Devin Booker. And
arguably the best player in basketball. You fired the coach without going through him?
And by the way, since being fired only about 72 hours ago, he's got a whole lot of offers.
Who's that, Monty?
Toronto wants him. Milwaukee, he's Milwaukee's number one choice. How about that? How about that for a plot twist?
Yeah.
Wow.
He leaves Phoenix and goes and pulls a KD.
If you got the young team and you need X's and O's, that's when you go get Nick Nurse. That's when you go get Nurse. Outside of that, them players really don't need coaching though. I mean, LeBron and AD really don't need coaching. You just sort of motivate the team to play defense at that point. So
But Monty is a player's coach, I think that's what Milwaukee needs because they need to get to because if you look at because we all said Milwaukee's going to be in the Eastern Conference Finals this year.
Yeah. They should be in the Eastern Conference. I don't know what happened.
We all said that with the team that they put together this year.
Yeah.
This roster was better than their championship team roster.
If I'm Monty and Milwaukee makes me an offer, I'm taking that job.
Yeah.
I tell them when I show up off the plane. I already got the moving van packing up my house right now.
Right.
Just tell me what the numbers are so I can work with them.
Yeah.
That's a ready-made championship team.
Right.
Yeah.
That's a ready-made championship team. And with Monty Williams, I think they're the clear favorite next year. So I don't know. That's wild stuff, man. But there's some interesting jobs out there waiting to be had. By the way, the conference finals this year is the bubble teams. Just FYI. I don't know if y'all were aware of that. All the teams that were said to be like, oh, they're not real. It's the bubble. And then they're the same teams. Just FYI. I don't know if y'all were aware of that.
That's how the script writes, man. There's a script in the NBA.
I just think the teams reloaded because, man, the team had. Well, I guess they had the same centerpieces. They just built around the same centerpieces.
They built around them. They did. Yeah. What's your predictions, gentlemen? Who's going to the finals?
I think it's going to be old school. I think it's Lakers and Boston.
For the Battle of 18? Oh, my God. Do you know how bad the networks want that to be true?
Look at Reggie's face.
Oh, my
it's saying
God.
a lot. What's up, Reggie?
I know I joke with you about 4-2, but I think this series is going to go 7.
Okay.
And I think this series is going to go either way. And I truly believe that because you talking about deep bench.
The Lakers, The Lakers or the Heat?
Denver. Have you watched? I told Lloyd this, and I've said it, and I'm sticking with it.
Yeah.
we have never seen a healthy Denver team. This is the first time we've seen a healthy Denver team. And everything that's going through Denver, if you want to win the championship, you got to go through Denver.
Or a deep Denver team. This is
a deep Denver team.
Cam, what's the game plan for Denver? What you think the game plan is?
I've already got the game plan. I called Phil Jackson. He's told me, Scotty, Mike, let the Joker get what he wants. Stop everybody else. Do you hear me?
Okay.
So I think this is gonna be a great series. I'm so in love with this series right now. Oh, I'm so in love with this series for a basketball player.
Oh, look at that. Jesse
I'm
said
sorry.
LA. Okay.
I'm sorry. This is a game. This same man that said Michigan was gonna win the championship last year. So I can't take that. My bad, Jesse. I'm sorry, Jesse. I love you.
Shade is real. Shade is real.
Hey.
Oh my God.
You won't be able to come to the house.
Oh my God.
I'm sorry, man. I was just joking, Jesse.
Hey,
tell Sister Cindy Happy Mother's Day. I'm sorry.
Hey, Jesse. Hey, Jesse, look out. TCU just scored again.
What's happening right now? What just happened? Goodness gracious. Okay. Chad, what you saying?
I said LA and Boston. I feel like Boston, LA will be good for the ratings, good for the history, all kind of storylines. And I think Boston, being that they were there last year, I think they're going to be hungry to try to seal the deal this year. So.
Reggie, who they gonna play? You didn't mention who they gonna play. You said the series.
I said it's gonna go 7, and it's gonna be Boston and Denver.
You said Boston?
He can't even say that with a straight face. Reggie, stop, man.
It's Boston and Denver.
Reggie, stop.
Okay.
You know, you play basketball. Stop.
I see the struggle in your eyes, Reggie.
I'm saying Boston and Denver.
I hear you.
Okay. And it's gonna go 7.
Cam, what you saying?
I say Reggie's a fool. That's what I say.
All right. Y'all go. Hey, I cannot wait till y'all come back and we're gonna have that show and y'all gonna be like,
all right, okay. I'll tell you what I think it is. Here's what I think it is.
Do you actually think they're gonna sweep Denver?
I think it's gonna be a gentleman's. I think it's gonna be like 4-1, maybe 4-2. I'm stretching to say 4-2. Let me just tell you why, Reggie. Let me explain. There is no bias in this, though. I promise you that. Okay. First of all, you said it yourself too, Reggie, and we've all said it. A healthy AD and a healthy LeBron is hard to beat. We know that right off the jump. Right. Healthy AD, healthy LeBron, they're hard to beat. Well, we'll deal with the Joker. But now we get to put people like Vanderbilt back on the court to hold people like Murray because he's not a shooter like Steph Curry. He's not a volume shooter like Steph. We're good. We're a way better defensive team. We're the best defensive team in the league. So like the numbers don't lie. Fix your face. The numbers don't lie.
I'm just showing some pain.
He ain't told no lies yet, though, Reggie. He ain't told no lies yet.
So you let Jokic do his thing. Let Jokic get 35 points. That's fine. Right.
Well, hold on.
I'm cool with that. You stop everybody else.
We do have a Jokic decision to make. Do we let him score or do we let him assist?
No, you let him score. You man him up.
You got to let him do both.
Man him up.
Right.
Why would you not get the ball out of his hands, though?
Hey, can I ask you this then? Let me ask you this then.
Double teaming.
Let me ask Reggie.
You told me to be quiet.
You can talk. You can talk now. You got this Spurs shirt on. Who's been the best defender in the playoffs this year?
LA and Denver.
Player.
Best player?
Defensive
player?
The Brow.
Yeah.
Who you say? What you call it?
No, it's been Anthony Davis. I mean, the numbers say Anthony Davis.
Show up, Anthony. Hey, listen. There's nobody that's going to, matter of fact, Jokic is the MVP to me, by the way. There's nobody that's going to stop Jokic. There is nobody that's going to do that. If Anthony Davis can slow his game down to where the Joker's getting 23 points and he's not getting those assists and we're getting the rebounds and stuff like that, Denver got a problem. They're going to have a big problem. You depending on people like Michael Porter to score 30 every night?
Yeah, it's not going to
happen. If you haven't watched them, they don't do that. They don't.
All right, okay.
They got 3 or 4 players.
Congratulations, you played a Phoenix team without a bench. Good job, Denver. You played a Phoenix team without a bench.
You told me to talk. Okay, now you be quiet again. I'm gonna be quiet.
You played a Clippers team without Kawhi and Paul George. Good job, Denver. You did your job. I guess so. Well, now you finna play the best defensive team in the league, and that look that you got right now in your face, Next week when we talk, I want you to explain it, please.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, so if are you going to explain this on the opposite way?
I will be sick and I won't be here.
Okay.
He calling in. Huh?
He said I'll be sick and I won't be here.
Well, let me say this. I disagree a little bit with Cam in the sense of how we gonna get it done. Because I don't think you can let Joker do both. He can't score and assist. If he's scoring and assist and getting triple doubles, we're gonna lose. We are going to lose. Because that plays right into what Reggie's talking about. They have guys that can hit open shots, like Michael Porter, like KCP. Honestly, the scariest person to me outside of Jokic is not Murray. It's KCP because he knows our player. He knows AD. He knows LeBron. So I'm a little concerned about that. Having said that, I do think it's Lakers in 5. I do, and I'm gonna tell you why. I think if our guys can stay as disciplined as they have stayed in the playoffs defensively, and they've done that. They have been so disciplined in the playoffs that it's kind of scary because you're like, how are y'all able to be this connected this fast? But they are, Reggie. You write it down. Write it down. Well, you don't have to write it down, Reggie. It's recorded. We got it recorded.
I like doing things old school way.
Oh, do it old school, Reggie.
We know. That's why you're a Spurs fan.
I think I think the Lakers have a great shot. And I'm be honest with you. They're gonna go hard in the paint for game 1. They're gonna go hard in the paint for game 1 because they gotta set a tone. And if they can get game
Reggie,
1.
If we steal game 1, Reggie, what do you think the final outcome will be? If we're gonna steal game 1, still Denver 7.
Yeah, no matter what happens, Denver 7.
Okay.
Now if y'all hold up, and if y'all go down 2-0 to Denver, y'all gonna be in trouble. Y'all might be 4-1 the other way.
Well, we did beat them 4-1 in the bubble, but you said the bubble don't count. Never mind.
When did I ever say the bubble don't count?
Boy, you always talking about that championship. You always doing it. We got to record it, Rich. We got to record it.
That's like you talk about Spurs half-season championship.
No, I'm just saying 50 games. Who does that?
So if I play bubble, and y'all, they have replacement players in the bubble. They had 5 players.
Oh my goodness!
I tell you what Miami did. Miami had their full team in the bubble, so there ain't no excuse why we beat them.
I'm just saying, in my humble opinion, it's a really good matchup for it. It's a much better matchup than trying to chase Booker around. I like that better than chasing Booker around. The most consistent scorer in the playoffs has been Devin Booker. He's been amazing. If he'd have had any help at all, they'd beat Denver. He had no help. He had no help. None.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna record this and I'm gonna send this to Denver.
Don't do that. No, don't do that. What we need Denver to do, we need one of them players that's on the bench to say something about LeBron. Piss him off.
Oh man, please poke the bear. Please.
Chad.
Hey.
I mean, we ain't say nothing. We kind
of already in. We've already done 2 kind of sort of, but we can revisit just a little bit. Real quick, who's done the best coaching job in the playoffs? Who's done the worst?
Darvin Ham.
Best, really? Well, you saying that could beat y'all?
Nah, just know how he held AD accountable. I think that's something that's.
Hey, Chad, he been hollering about it before we even tipped off the season. He said we're gonna win. It got to go through AD.
Yeah, so him holding AD accountable. Worse, I don't know.
I gotta show Eric Spoelstra some love too, man. God.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. You got to give them 2. You got to give the Lakers and Miami coach. They're 7-8 seeds and they're in the finals.
I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I ain't 100% sure Boston is gonna make it. As much as the 18 is what everybody wants to see, that's the headline. That's the one every reporter. I promise you, every network in the country wants that 18, the battle for 18. That's what's going.
Exactly.
But I think Jimmy Butler is here to play spoiler. Like and Eric Spoelstra is so smart. He just figures it out. So and they got a salty taste in their mouth about last year. They got a salty taste in their mouth from last year. So
they got a salty taste from the bubble too.
And here's the thing too. Now it's the thing about Boston as well too. They're fully healthy and they weren't healthy last year. Are we seeing the best Boston team right now?
we saw the best they could play yesterday for sure. Now, will they keep that up? My only concern about them is they have mental lulls, and they just
another thing I saw as well. Marcus Smart got a bad call on him. I forgot what it was, and usually Marcus Smart acts crazy when he gets that call. And he said he held somebody back and said, "Don't worry about it." And he did his head like this, and he bit his lip, and they went on a run.
Were they already up by 20 at that point?
Huh?
Were they already up by 20 at that point, though?
No, it was they was in the midst. I forgot what call it was.
This wasn't the last game.
It was the last game. The last game was early. It was in the second quarter.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, it was something, and I was like, man, you know how you notice little things like
if Marcus
goes back.
Yeah.
It goes back to what you were saying, Reggie, the maturity, because they've been there before and they getting close and they can taste it again. I think that's what it is, the maturity of it all.
You can say the same thing about Miami.
Right.
Sure can.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. Sneakily, Kyle Lowry is playing some of the best basketball he's played in 3 years.
Right.
Like he's killing it. And then Kevin Love, I don't know if he needs to be tested.
But see, and that's what I'm saying.
Where does this come from?
But I'm saying this about Boston, to go back to Marcus Smart, is everybody talks about Tatum and Brown. He's the guy that makes that team run. He's the key to got it. He's the key to that game, to that team.
I agree.
We got one of those guys too, Reggie. His name is Austin Reeves. I'm just saying. We got one of those too.
Hey, make sure. Oh no, don't get that Jordan Poole curse.
You said Lakers are 4-5. You said Lakers are 5, right?
5.
Okay.
I said
it's
I just feel good about our chance. I do. Okay. We gotta deal with this. I hate it. It almost. I'm gonna tell you something, man. If y'all will permit me to start this off, and I'm gonna take my hat off for this one. I'm gonna tell you something. When I saw this early Sunday morning, I was really pissed, and I'm still really pissed because I'm tired of seeing young black men. I'm gonna go there, who have been given a gift, a blessing, to be able to change not only their lives, but the lives of their future generations. I'm tired of seeing them pissed it away for some weird, false sense of black manhood that we've created in today's society that doesn't really exist. It's not even real. This hardcore thing of I'm hard, I'm this, I'm that, that's not real, bro. That's not what manhood is. It's not even the goal. The goal should be to raise your kids and see your kids have kids and walk your daughter down the aisle and get old and fat and lazy and live a good life with your family and put your family in a position to go to school, to be open businesses, and to be successful. Sitting in a car in a park in the suburbs with a gun in your hand, waving it around to a little baby or little Dirk or whoever the hell you listening to, that ain't the goal. That ain't the goal. And I was so glad that Pastor Kwame Brown spoke yesterday in the way that he did, with the passion in which he spoke, because that's the message he needs. Bro, you are truly, if I can quote the great Reggie Love, you're being a dumbass. Like, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing? Like, why are you trying to sabotage your own life? You are sabotaging yourself. It makes no sense. It makes no sense. For what? For what? And let me tell you something. I'm sorry, young man, but you are in the wrong group, the wrong circle. These brothers don't care nothing about you. That dude that had you on his IG page don't care about you. It's so frustrating, bro. It's so frustrating because Ja is a good player. And by all accounts, I think at his very basic core, he's a decent kid. But you're a grown man too. And you got to act like a grown man and do stuff that grown men do. And that's understand. Understand the moment, understand the business, understand your responsibilities, understand what it means to be an NBA player. You're not just an NBA player when the lights show up in the arena, bro. Right. You signed up to be in this league 24/7.
Yep.
When you go overseas, you're an NBA player. When you go under a rock in Catmandu, you are an NBA player. And if you do some stupid stuff over there, it matters. It all matters. And it's just so frustrating to see a talented guy like that. I don't think, and by the way, not even sure he understands how close he is to being out of the league. Not even sure he understands. Because he really is close.
Yeah.
Trust me, bro. Gilbert Arenas was scoring 25 points a game. And he had a gun in his locker, and they kicked his ass out of the league.
Yeah.
What they're not going to do is let you mess up their bottom line, bro.
Right.
By the way, Memphis ain't a juggernaut market. So guess what? That's extra money.
Yeah.
Anything they're getting out of Memphis is extra money. They don't plan on making a ton of money in the sales of Memphis arenas because it ain't gonna always sell out. That's a blue collar. Reggie and I live right next to the door of Memphis practically all of our lives. So that's a blue collar town. They ain't got no money.
Yeah.
These folks taking their last paycheck and saying, I'll just be late on rent next month just to go see a Grizzly game. That's how Memphis works. So the fact that you're there and you're being successful, that's a plus to the NBA. But trust me, if you become a problem, they're gonna get rid of you. I'm sorry. Y'all, that's just I had to get that out of my system, y'all. I feel better.
And everything that you said, I ain't got nothing else to say. He just reminded me of Papa Doc in 8 Mile.
Bruh,
that's who he reminded me of.
Y'all live at home with both parents.
Yeah.
Y'all's parents have a real good marriage.
Yeah,
good old Clarence. Good old Clarence. Good old Clarence.
That's what he is.
What are you doing?
What are you doing? That's all I got to say, man. I'm what Lloyd said. He wrapped it up. I'm done. I'm drop the water bottle. You're 100% correct.
One last thing, and this is the part that I've heard nobody on any broadcast say, but we'll say it on our podcast. And Reggie and I have talked about this. You playing with Memphis, bro. And I'm gonna call a spade a spade. Just because you got Yo Gotti sitting next to your dad in a game and you think that's gonna bring you coverage and ain't nobody gonna touch you.
Young Dolph.
You're playing a dangerous game, son. Playing a dangerous game. That's Memphis.
Mm-hmm.
There's some real thugs in Memphis, real ones.
Yeah, you see Zach Randolph on the corner, homie.
I'm just saying. I'm not trying to start nothing. I'm just saying. I'm calling a spade a spade.
Yeah.
Memphis is a real American hood.
Yeah. Definitely.
Keep playing if you want to. All right, now I'm done for real.
Yeah. I mean, y'all, you definitely said it. He definitely needs to watch the company he keeps because, like you said, they don't care about him. They care about being by him, associated with him. But they don't care about his well-being. It's all cool. Flex your Second Amendment right. That's all good. But don't have your boy out there after he's already been in trouble about it. Don't have your boy out there looking stupid again. So, you said it. You said enough, Lloyd. So it's just.
I didn't pick up the time, but I just it makes me so angry. It makes me so angry. Go ahead, Cam. I'm sorry.
Oh, y'all said it all. It makes me very upset because another young athlete that's got talent that I can see playing with the Lakers one day, and that ain't gonna happen.
Yeah, he might be with the Shanghai Sharks in a minute.
A young athlete that I can see playing with the Lakers. That's funny.
It kills me. It kills me. It kills me. It kills me.
It's very. And to quote Stephen A. Smith, John Morant, daddy, you gotta go be a daddy. Like what are you doing? Go be a daddy.
And I don't think Memphis. This is like second strike. I don't think Memphis is going to give him a little bit more chances because you see what they're doing with Dylan Brooks and his antics. They cut ties with him. So I think that is going to be something.
Chad, stay there, and I'm gonna ask this around the panel. He'll get how many games?
50.
Okay, Reggie.
I'm gonna go half of that. I'm gonna say 20 to 25.
You said 20, 25. Okay.
And may lose Nike.
Oh, and lose Nike. Ooh.
May. I say
He's
may.
going to lose Nike.
You say going to lose Nike. Okay.
He's going to lose Nike.
Wow. Okay. Cam, how many games?
And I'm gonna say that Adam Silver steps up.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say that he's done for the year.
For the year.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well,
twice. Because you got to send some kind of message. You did this, and you said, "Okay, that's cool. I'll do it again."
He sat in his face and lied to him.
Yeah.
Basically, set his face and lied to him.
Yeah. So you have to.
I think it's no less than 41.
I agree with you. I can see that, Cam, because he's got to set the precedent on that. So
I think it's no less than 41.
We're not talking about running on test elbowing Harden in the mouth.
No,
we're talking about a guy with a gun.
Right.
Well, kids are looking at that. People are just.
But to your point, if Ron Artest running into the stands is worth the rest of the year, this has got to be worth the rest of the year.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you may be somewhere between 41 and I'll see you in 2024 is where we're gonna land.
Hey, and he best to understand the NBA is a private entity.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No.
They can do.
And by the way, that 2 strikes is for the rest of your career.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Not for we'll give you probation after. No. You got 2 strikes now, son.
Hey.
Until death do us part.
Yeah. Hey, running to Florida ain't gonna help you this time.
No, not at all. Not
here's where the storybook ending got to be at right now.
Mm-hmm.
Shannon Sharp got to go help the guy. That's what got to happen. Shannon got to go help
somebody.
Shannon go help the guy now.
Yeah.
All right.
Shoot. Allen Iverson, that dog.
But he don't listen, man. We could do a whole show about this. But anyway, okay. We haven't been on since the NFL draft. My first question to my brothers as we get to the backside of this show. How you think your team did?
I think we did good. I mean, we got some defense. We got a bunch of defense over there. But when you got Downs, the receiver out of North Carolina, we got the quarterback that we want. I ain't gonna say that we won't necessarily, but we got a quarterback that fits the system that what we got when we got a running back like we got, and we got the coach we just got from Philly. I'm loving every bit of it.
Can I tell y'all something about Josh Downs? Because obviously we do the Believe in the ACC, so I've watched a lot of North Carolina games.
Mm-hmm.
That kid is good. Everybody thinks Drake May is good. He may be, but he was good last year because of Josh Downs.
Right.
Josh Downs is the player. He is going to bring something to the Colts offense that they haven't had since Marvin Harrison.
Wow. This is what Pittman needed. That's why I said Marvin Harrison.
He's good, man. He's he's sure-handed. He runs crisp routes. Yeah. He's smart and he's athletic.
So let me ask my fellow Colts guy this.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing. I mean, I'm all agree 100%. Does Anthony Richardson start game 1?
Yes.
Yes.
Let me tell you why.
Yes.
I'm not
got nobody else.
Let's have a talk. Me and Cam have a talk. So.
Yeah, no, this is a good talk. I'm here for it.
You started him because of the coach we got, who had Jalen Hurts. You started him right off the jump, bam, and he can, and the coach is from my organization anyway. Yes, you started him right out the jump, right out the gate. Yes, absolutely.
I think so.
Me and Chad on the outside looking in, but I think it's gonna be hard not to.
Yeah, I think so. You drafted him high. You should go ahead and start him.
It's gonna be hard not to. And what do you have to lose?
Well, they're gonna protect him though. They're not gonna have him throwing 40 passes a game. You got Jonathan Taylor in the backfield. They're gonna protect him.
Yeah,
I agree. No, I agree. All right, Chad, you and I have the only other separate teams. Are you happy with your Cowboys? We need an honest answer, Chad. Don't be on here.
Chad sold our cornerback. Oh my God!
You took half of Michigan.
Yeah, I think the Eagles had the Georgia farm system. We had the Michigan farm system. So I'm good with it.
We know how that wound up, huh?
Hey, we'll see, man. I'm excited for Demarion Overshawn. See how he's gonna play.
Linebacker, yeah.
Also, the most underrated, I think, Deuce Vaughn. I think with him and
Deuce brings the house, bro.
I think him and Tony. Yeah, I think with him and Tony Pollard, I think we got something. We got something. So we'll see.
I'm talking about the elephant in the room, man. You got Diggs on one side and Gilmore on the other side, man. That's tough.
But I wasn't too, but Cam, you probably gonna hate when I say this, but we have to free up that money and we had to get younger.
No, we need to get younger, but we didn't have to free up any money, Reggie.
Right.
We have so much money that we ain't.
I know, yeah. You're right. But we had to get younger.
We had to get younger. I'm cool with that. I'm cool. It's a new coach, new system. I'm cool with it.
Right.
I'm cool with it. but not to Dallas.
Hey, Diggs on one side. No, that Gilmore on the other side. Then you got
y'all assuming Gilmore still got something in the tank.
What? Don't do that. Do not do that, man.
you hope he don't got someone.
Let me tell you something.
So what I'm telling you is, don't nobody get rid of great players. Nobody.
He wanted out though. He asked for a trade.
He can ask for whatever he wants, but they don't have to trade him.
With a new coach, you got no choice though. You got no choice with a new coach. You don't want that bad blood in there in the locker room with all these rookies coming in and we young like that. You don't want that. Get out. If you want to go.
We'll see how it goes.
I just want him to be able to pour in the Diggs and stop taking these chances like that.
Well, can I say something about that move? I think it's going to put the Cowboys over the top.
Oh,
hear me out. Just hear me out. I hate this. Hey, man, it's me. I hate the Cowboys more than anybody in the world.
Okay.
Including Jerry Jones.
I'm not sure that's true because, you know.
I think so. I think this shores their defense up, and I think Zeke not on that team. I think it frees up. I think it frees up a lot of people, a lot of things on that team. And I'm telling you right now, I think they're going to be a problem. And I hate to say, I'm just being honest. I think Dallas is going to be a problem now. And I told you this. Remember, we talked about this, Lloyd. You need to go back and find the film. I told you they should have traded Zeke for Gilmore about 3 years ago.
You like
when
Gilmore.
he was with the Patriots. I said they should have traded him 3 years ago.
Yeah.
I still think Dallas is the third best team in the division, but it's fine.
I think we're gonna be fighting for second place. I think we're gonna be fighting for second place anyway.
No, we gonna
y'all both surrendering to Philly like that?
I'm not. That's his word, not mine.
You said third place.
Didn't y'all beat Philly twice last year?
Third place with the Eagles.
Didn't y'all beat Philly twice?
Oh man.
No, we didn't. We didn't beat them at all.
No, Cowboys. Didn't y'all beat Philly twice?
No. We split, I think. We split.
Oh, you beat the Giants twice.
Right. You know what? You don't have to.
What you scared for, man?
That wasn't it.
Yeah.
That wasn't.
Why are you scared? You over acting like Clay Thomas.
That wasn't.
Nah,
they don't be throwing shots, don't
they? Philly just drafted well, man. Philly drafted well.
All I'm gonna say is this.
Second
quietly and without a lot of hoopla, we got the best cornerback in the draft. We definitely got the best center in the draft. My God, that man is huge. John Michael Schmitz is a monster. We quietly went and got one of the best receivers in the draft, maybe the second or third best receiver in the draft in Jalen Hyatt. And we stole Eric Gray. And we're going to quietly put Jordan Riley on the line. We're going to be a problem.
Is Martinez back?
No, they let Blake go.
Yeah, he's gone. He's
Hey,
gone. He's gone last year.
Go. We didn't need him.
Did you get your running back? Did you get your running back his money yet?
Well, listen, he's under contract. He's franchised right now.
He's not gonna be.
Listen, we're gonna figure it out.
You messy boy.
No, it's fine. It's fine. He's trying to be, but there's no fear. We're about $1 million away.
Disgruntled, brother.
No, he's not disgruntled. We're about $1 million away. He'll be there when we need him to. So we're not worried.
I tell you what they do got. They got their $1 million quarterback.
We got a quarterback.
Yeah.
And we got him some weapons.
Hold up, time out. When all y'all, not all of y'all, did not like Daniel, I was the only one that stuck up for Daniel.
That's right. You know what? That's right.
You was not.
Yeah, I did stick up for Daniel.
Always trying to trade him 4 times.
Hold on. You right, Reggie. You were. You know why? Because I was giving him tough love.
I said, wait. I said you're not the only one.
Oh, you know, okay.
I never had an issue with Daniel Jones over there.
I have always had an issue with Daniel.
I felt like they didn't have an offensive line. I felt like the running back was hurt. They ganged up on the quarterback.
Right.
I've always had an issue with Daniel Jones, but
everything
that I needed.
Did you apologize to Daniel?
I have. We had lunch the other day. It was
So you good with this now, Lord?
I'm very good with it.
Oh my God.
I'm very good with it. Because I'm gonna tell you something. We got the right coach and GM now to develop Daniel Jones and to get him what he needs. That's what I had it wrong. I thought he was missing an offensive line. What he was missing was structure. We didn't have any structure. And we were just throwing anything at the problem. Whatever we could find, we just throw it at the problem. But now we got a real GM, a real head coach.
Hey,
we're going to be just fine.
Yes.
So I'm excited. But having said all that,
the league leading rusher last year is what you had.
I know. Having said all that, who won, and who lost? And we'll go ahead and go to 5. what team has made the best NFL moves and who's the early favorites? We'll close out with those questions. I'm gonna say this. With all that being said, the Ravens gonna be a problem. Because that Zay Flowers thing is a problem.
If OBJ is anything like he was,
if OBJ
like that,
if OBJ can be OBJ, that's it. Let me tell you something. Again, I've watched Zay Flowers for 3 years now. That's a problem.
That's different.
The league don't understand yet. That's a problem. That is a problem because you don't have an answer for both of them. You might have an answer for one, but you do not have an answer for both of them. I don't care what you're putting back there.
Also, they got Mark Andrews over there.
It's a problem. And by the way, he's still Lamar Jackson. And now he's happy because he got his money. It's a problem. It's a problem. I'm just telling you. They are a problem. Y'all can look like it if you want to. But
no, I'm trying to think of the scenario because I'm thinking between the Jets and Baltimore.
I have no faith in the Jets whatsoever.
Wow. Unbelievable.
I don't. Be honest.
Where did the cornerback go from the Rams?
Miami.
Who? Patrick Peterson? Who?
Jalen went to Miami.
Jalen Ramsey.
Ooh. That's one of the reasons why I don't believe in the Jets. Because I think the Jets are the third best team in their division.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Buffalo's still Buffalo. Did Josh Allen retire?
He should.
Yeah, well, he didn't. He was at us. He was with us and during the Super Bowl.
He was. Facts. Real recognize real.
Because didn't he lose the second round?
Real recognize real. I got you. Yeah. But now let me say this. Everybody's screaming Miami. And I think Miami on paper is the best team. And I'm not sure it's close on paper. But we're all assuming that Tua and this jiu-jitsu thing he's learning right now is going to work. They are one concussion away from not making the playoffs. And I hate to say it that way.
They got Teddy.
They are one concussion away from not making the playoffs. And I'm not trying to throw shade on the young man. I want him to win. I'm rooting for him. I hope he wins. I really like Tua. But even he said he contemplated retirement.
Yeah.
Hey, to be honest with you, you know a team that we're really sleeping on? Is Seattle.
Oh, no, I'm not sleeping on them.
Seattle
they got a lot better.
I'm snoring.
They got a lot better.
Yeah, they did.
I don't know how they pulled it off, but they got a lot better.
Right.
They got a lot better, man. It's amazing to me. First of all, Jackson Smith and Jigba, that's a steal, bro. That's a steal. Because he might be the best. He and Marvin Harrison Jr. were the best two receivers on that team.
Right.
On Ohio State.
Yeah.
And now you're gonna put him next to DK Metcalf?
It's a problem.
Didn't they load up on the defense? Didn't they get some free agents on that defense?
Oh, and then they brought back their captain, their champion, Bobby Wagner, to instill with them what it means to be the Legion of Boom Part 2. They're a problem.
It's gonna be a good season, man.
I think so.
Well, I don't think it's Baltimore.
Okay, who do you think it is?
Starting with a coach move.
Denver.
Ottenheimer. Deuce Vaughn. Letting Zeke go. Adding Gilmore. I'm telling you, I like what they did. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, I like what they did. I think that move alone is going to open that offense up so much. Because when you paying a running back that kind of money that Zeke was getting, somebody can say, oh, he got this many touchdowns. Yeah, they was all at the goal line. In between the things, he didn't do nothing. That's fine. Right. So when be able to open an offense up like that for that, I think it's going to make a world of difference. And I just didn't like the Kellen Moore play call. I hated it.
Man, Cam, you speaking the gospel right now.
So
I'm so proud right now.
Hold on, you think the Matt McCarthy play calling is going to be better?
Schottenheimer is there for a reason. Don't get it twisted.
But Matt said, I'm calling the play. That's what he said.
He's supposed to say that, Lord.
Okay.
Man, Cam, I'm so proud of you right now.
And I'm telling you, Deuce Vaughn is that good, man. I'm telling you.
Deuce Vaughn is that good.
Deuce Vaughn is Darren Sproles.
They have two home run hitters. Two home run hitters.
3. Get the ball to the boy from TCU too. Get him in the flat.
TCU.
Jesus. The little speedster y'all got. That came from, what was he at, Reggie? The XFL? What was he at?
Yeah.
TCU.
Turpin.
Well,
that's a lot of speed.
Lord said they're gonna be 0-2 the first 2 games. That's what Lord told.
I mean, Emmitt Smith was 0-2 too, and he won the Super Bowl. I mean, that's fine.
Are you trying to pick him for the Super Bowl? Is that what we doing?
I did not just do that. Do not do me like that.
You know this show is recorded. This show is recorded live.
Hey, I did not.
He said improve. He said improve.
I didn't say. I said you said the most improved.
Shout out to the Texans too, who pulled off, who decided we ready to go get the best of everything.
Best quarterback and the best coach available and the best defensive player.
But let me say this though, and I'm not trying to throw shade. I'm really not. But I saw the Panthers practice today. Did y'all see that?
Man, come on, man.
Was it bad?
He looked like a kid.
With all due respect. I didn't realize that boy was that short. Like
he looked like a kid out there, bro.
Oh my God, he is so short.
CJ?
Yeah.
No, Bryce Young.
Bryce Young, yeah.
Oh, Bryce Young. Oh, okay.
I'm gonna stop. Like the new title of "We Tiny Man" is no longer Kyler Murray's.
Is he tight? Is he shorter than Drew Brees?
Man, he's short, bro.
He is, bro.
He's taller than Kyler though.
No, he's not.
No, Kyler's 5'10".
No, he's not. They have him listed at 5'10". There's no way he's 5'10".
Hey, Deuce Vaughn is 5'5".
We being generous to say he's 5'9".
Who?
Bryce Young.
No, I'm saying Kyler Murray is 5'10".
Right. That's what I'm saying. Bryce Young is not 5'10".
Come on, he can't be shorter than Kyler.
Bruh.
Hey, Deuce Vaughn is 5'5". He Deuce Vaughn level.
Bruh, go watch the video. Everybody in the Five Nation, go watch the video of today's practice. When the linemen stand up straight, you can't even see him. You can't see him
at all.
Okay, I gotta check this one out.
Well, they can see Anthony Richardson though. I bet you believe
they'll be able to see him with no problem whatsoever.
He is smart.
I didn't realize Bryce Young was that smart. I'm not saying he can't play. He may be amazing.
Hey, he's a Heisman quarterback though for a reason though.
Yeah, he's a Heisman quarterback for a reason. But that brother,
was in college though.
My God, he's tiny. I did not realize he was that tiny.
Wow.
Could it be a problem? We'll see. But wow. Anyway.
Well, I know we threw a smoke screen out there. Everybody thought we was drafting the Kentucky, and we threw that smoke screen out there.
Yeah, but we better not touch Will Levis. I think he's still sitting in the green room right now.
Don't do that. I'm glad y'all. I'm glad people bought it because don't do that. Don't do that. There's a reason. There's a reason why a guy didn't go first round.
Where did Levis wind up at?
Tennessee.
What the hell is Tennessee doing?
I don't know.
They gave up on Mark Willis quick, didn't they?
Man, that's crazy.
Like he didn't even make it. He barely made it a year. Did he make it a year?
They talking about making Tannehill a receiver again.
Because I remember some people saying he should start last year.
He was talent-wise. I think he's still that talented.
Let Malik be Malik, man. That boy ain't no quarterback.
I don't know. I don't know, man.
He's a good athlete. Is what he is.
He is a good athlete, but apparently he won't be starting there. You might want to get on the yoke.
Now you got two pretty much two rookie quarterback in Tannehill, and we know Tannehill is probably gonna start again next year.
Tannehill's gonna start, but he's definitely on the way out. They're gonna push him out for one of them two dudes is gonna make it. But listen, Malik can fix all this in camp. Go take the job, man.
Yeah.
By the way, I can't wait to see what the Commanders do because they are talking big noise about Sam Howell. And again, this is another player I've seen play for 4 years. And I'm saying, y'all saying he's the next coming? Y'all ain't want to take no quarterback? This ought to be interesting.
Man, y'all need to stop that. That's from a distance, man. Quit that, Chad.
That's not from a distance. That's for real deal.
Hey.
From the sideline.
You see that Cam?
Hey.
You see that Cam?
Hey, man.
It's from the sideline.
The camera sees what it sees, man.
It's from the sideline.
Cam, don't let him fool you like that.
Reggie, it's from the sideline. What distance are we talking about? It's the
I'm watching
sideline.
the video now.
Man. You see that? You see that?
Oh my God!
The first pitch is from a distance. The second, the video, I can see the video now.
I'm just saying, Reggie.
Well, they need to stop, man.
I didn't really. I knew it was short. I didn't know it was that short. I didn't know it was that short. All right, this has been fun, man. This has been great. This has been great. Love you guys, man. Shout out to the five. My shout out tonight is very simple. BG is back, ladies and gentlemen. Back on the court doing her thing. I'm so happy to see her out there. It was a moment. It kind of slipped through the cracks of all the stuff that was going on, all the activity, playoffs, and all that stuff. But shout out to BG being back, and then shout out to LSU for just stealing women's players. Like for all the talk of all the stuff that's going on in sports, the number one story of 2024, I promise you, will be women's basketball. LSU. They will be the villains, and they will dominate in ways that we have not seen since some of them Connecticut teams, because they got a squad.
Yeah.
And I don't know how I feel about that, because I'm not a real big Kim Mulkey fan, but I like Angel Reese though. So I don't know, but they're gonna be. Oh, one more shout out. Shout out to the Texas Rangers for doing the thing. Okay, now so proud of them brothers. All right. We'll go first.
Hey, man, shout out to you guys, man. It's been a while since we've been together.
Yeah.
And I miss my slash teammate slash number one enemy, but I'm glad we're back together.
Jeez.
Teammate and enemy. I like
at the same time. My enemy, my team enemy. My team enemy.
It's enemy.
Hey, just let everybody know that together we got 22 championships. No matter who got what.
Man.
No, man. Hey, man, I appreciate you, brothers, man, and truly enjoyed the show tonight, man.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Definitely. Same sentiments, man. Appreciate you guys. Glad to be all in the same vicinity together, man. Doing this, man. Really good stuff, man. Give a shout out to the WNBA, the women in WNBA. I think I'm gonna catch a game on Saturday, so I'll be in the house for the WNBA. Just check out these ladies and support, and just shout out.
I didn't get one. Did you get an invite, Cam?
No.
See, the funny thing is, I'm not paying for the tickets, so
that makes it even worse.
And the person that might pay for the tickets, you just pissed off tonight. So I don't know.
Wow. Oh wow.
There goes Michigan. Down goes Michigan.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Michigan go down again. Oh, my bad.
This guy. Yeah, man. Just appreciate the fans watching. You know what I'm saying? The Five Nation. That's about it. I got.
Yep. My shout out, first of all, shout out to all the mothers out there. Happy Mother's Day. I think me, Chad, and Laura, we all live by we were living through you, Reggie.
We were.
Yeah.
Y'all living through me.
Hits a little different, brother.
Because all our mothers are gone. They gone.
Oh yeah, I understand. Sorry, yeah.
We enjoyed. We was living through you. So happy Mother's Day to your mom and all that.
Appreciate that.
Yes, sir.
Shout out, my shout out, man. We got LeBron, we got AD, we got the Lakers doing our thing. But shout out to Austin Reeves, bro. He is the little engine that could, man. Like I don't care about Alex Caruso. Don't nobody ever talk to me about Alex Caruso.
Okay, but let's not shade him. He did help us get
Hey, do your shout out the way you want, man.
Okay, all right.
Hey, Cam,
Caruso, I'm sorry, I apologize. I went too far. But shout out to Austin Reeves.
Cam, are you nervous? Are you nervous you gonna get the Jordan Poole curse?
Who?
Get that big contract and then fade away.
He's not gonna get a contract. Cyrus Smart. He's not gonna get nothing like that. 3 years, $50 million. That's what he is. He's playing great because of the people that's on his team. He's able to do that, get open looks, one-on-one action, all that stuff. Go over to the weakest team in the league and get that money. You want me to put those numbers up?
It's true what they say. Misery loves company. And
I'm just asking the question, man.
No, but why you got to put Austin in the Jordan Poole?
Inquiring minds want to know.
He might be better than Jordan Poole, if you ask me.
This year, yes. I would say so. Yeah.
He definitely played.
I'm not disagreeing with you at all.
All right.
And Reggie, I got faith for you. Me and my boy Ron C was talking about the Spurs the other day.
Y'all tomorrow, man.
Y'all gonna I have a feeling y'all gonna get that ping pong.
I'm rooting for y'all tomorrow, man.
Y'all gonna get that ping pong ball, Reggie.
Hey,
It's
what
gonna
did I
be
tell y'all in the beginning of the season? I hope we do what?
Get that
Take
ping.
it all.
I hope
I
we
think
lose.
you're gonna get it.
I hope we lose every game. Did I not say that?
Yes, man. And they tried. They tried.
Reggie, y'all gonna get that ping pong. I'm telling you.
Hey, you know what? To be honest with you, I want number one, but I'll be all right. No, I ain't gonna say nothing. I want
Yeah, don't say that. Don't speak that, Reggie.
I'm number one.
He
Yeah,
going
number one.
he going his prayer closet right after this.
All jokes aside, the league is a better league when the Spurs are good. It's a better league. And we ain't had the Spurs, Knicks, Lakers, all of them be good at the same time in a long time.
Yeah.
And so it's a better league when the Spurs are good. It's a better West when the Spurs are good.
Man,
I
you
need
make
them to
me emotional.
No, I'm saying. Listen, we had rivalries that we didn't like the Kings and all them. But the Spurs, that's the one team, and I think Cam would agree with it. We didn't like them, but we respected them because we knew if we was going to win a title, you had to go through San Antonio.
You had to go through Pop. Tim.
Yeah, you had to go through Pop. So I need that them old feelings back.
Yeah, I need that number one. I need that ball tomorrow. So everybody.
Oh, is it tomorrow?
It's tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
I think Reggie, I think y'all gonna get the number one pick, bro. Yeah.
Right before game one.
I think y'all gonna get it. I'm hoping you don't, but I think you're gonna get
it. I'm conflicted because I want the Spurs to get it, but then that means we got to see him for the next 18 years.
Yeah.
So I don't know, but it should be an interesting thing tomorrow night. Playoffs, game one tomorrow night on ESPN. Don't miss it. And then game one of the Eastern Conference Finals on TNT on Wednesday. So when we come back, we'll be deep into the playoffs because they play it every other day. So should be an interesting next week here. So with that being said, that's Chad Major over there. It's Reggie Love down there. That is Killer Cam over there. Lloyd Spence. This is the 5. We hope you've enjoyed it because we definitely did. We'll see y'all next week. Peace.
Will get you 10 when you're plugging in with the there's no mystery. Let's make history with the 5. Oh, the strongest. 2 and 3. Add 1 more plus me and do the 5.